wow, so Kristian Prenga almost spoiled the party for everybody. I mean, it could have been Kristian Prenga versus Tyson Fury for all we knew, had he been able to maintain what he did in the first round. Knocking Joshua down twice was not what I expected. I ran the odds yesterday and I said you'd get like insane odds, like 150 to 1. I think it was like 175 to 1 if Kristian Prenga knocked Anthony Joshua out in the first round. I'm sure a couple of people may have put, the first few rounds, because they thought maybe Prenga would catch him with a lucky shot, and I mean, it was more than a lucky shot. He actually caught him with a nice uppercut the first time, and then a big straight right hand for the second one, and Joshua looked very gun shy after that first knockdown. Really worrying. I think if you're an Anthony Joshua fan, you've got to be wondering all sorts of things right now. But let me just address one thing quickly, because I did a video yesterday talking about who was better prepared, and my premonition and my kind of assumption generally, like most people, was that 99% of people was that Anthony Joshua would win his fight against Kristian Prenga, and it would either be today or tomorrow or Tuesday they would announce the official date for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, provided there was obviously no upset. And I was more concerned with which one of the two was better prepared for a big fight of this magnitude, and at this stage in their careers, like after all the damage and all the kind of banana skins that they've each had during their careers, who was going to come out as the betting favorite for this fight. And yeah, now I can solidly say that Tyson Fury, after last night, is going to be the betting favorite, unless they go via the KO ratio and the KO percentage of each fighter. But outside of that, in terms of preparation, in terms of the last 5 fights, I would say that Tyson Fury is easily the betting favorite. And as an Anthony Joshua fan, you've got to wonder, like, does he? I mean, he wants this fight. Like, don't get me wrong, but should he take this fight? I don't know. I hear a lot, and I've spoken to a lot of people this morning. A lot of people saying the fight was rigged. A lot of people said it didn't make sense that Kristian Prenga had the success that he had in the first round, and then he kind of switched off in the second round. Now, I mean, nothing's off the table, right? I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I'm just saying it didn't look great. I mean, even the esteemed commentator or sports philosopher Simon Jordan said that there was something kind of fishy about this fight, or about the events that took place during the fight, with 2 knockdowns of that nature in the first round, and then suddenly he's getting his ass handed to him in the second round. Yeah, but the way he was knocked out, I would just invite you to look at the way that Anthony Joshua knocked him out was just pretty savage. Like, the way he fell with his neck on the rope or his back on the rope. Like, if you were gonna throw a fight, you wouldn't allow yourself to get hit. I mean, I'm just speaking from, I've never thrown a fight before, so I can only speculate or imagine what it would be like to throw a fight. But I would say I'd probably go down from like a cheeky body shot, or I'd let like a glancing blow look a lot worse than it actually was, like grazing the top of my head, and say, oh, my equilibrium was off, and then like not beat the count for whatever reason. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can make it look like you've taken a harder punch, but the way he was knocked out would make you think that he just got caught. He just got caught with like a massive shot, and Anthony Joshua is capable of that. Look, we've all seen it before. I saw it against Klitschko. We've seen it against Ngannou. I know Ngannou's not like your quintessential boxer, but he's definitely not your Jake Paul, although we've seen it against him too. So yeah, I want to put that to bed. From my perspective, I just don't think it was rigged. I just think that Prenga let the occasion get to him, and in the second round, and he got a bit gun shy himself after Anthony Joshua had obviously recovered mid-round, and he started dialing it up and turning on the pressure, and that's what we saw. We saw an Anthony Joshua, because he was questioned about punch resistance, and I think he answered that. He was like, what is punch resistance? You know, it's like, if you get punched, can you take the punch? Okay, well, Kristian Prenga's knocked out the last 20 guys that he's fought, so he's obviously a heavy hitter. If you get caught, you get caught, right? You go and spar anyone, it would be pretty obvious that, like, if you get caught with a shot, I mean, he's rusty as anything. That's why I was in there with Kristian Prenga and not some other savage killer. You know, he wanted to be in there with somebody who could test him, but someone who was also going to, you know, give him not be that experienced enough to take him to deep waters. And that's exactly what I think we got with Kristian Prenga. We saw someone who just didn't have the big match temperament to get him out there, and I think that's what Joshua needed. Now, I'm sure he'd probably love another tune-up or another fight, but the pressure's on to get this signature on the contract for both these men. We all want to see it. It needs to happen. Boxing needs this fight. Heavyweight boxing needs this fight, at least from a UK perspective. I know it was argued a lot last night by the commentary team that the US don't really care about this. If you're watching from there, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, let's just hope we get an announcement and we can watch this fight, and then we can all move on and start watching the new killers in the division, because I think this is the chapter that needs to be closed. It needs to be written off now. We want to see this fight for nostalgia's sake, because they both had storied careers and they've spoken a lot of smack to each other. Now let's see it happen. Okay, let me know what you think, guys. All the best for the Sunday, and please like and subscribe for more content.